Well, honey, when you live there, you don't have a choice.
You could just go to another place for vacation. Like
I'm videotaping this though.
So one thing, I will wear my dress. Traditionally, women wear what is called a dirndl. And you've probably seen those on TV and on TV shows where the lady wears a white blouse and it looks like she's got
And then
a
it has
corset
the black thing and it's green skirt.
on. I have a green one, yes.
and then she would have the green hats with the feathers on.
Well, it just depends on where you live. Like, if you lived in a place called the Black Forest, which is southern Bavaria, unmarried women, such as girls like yourselves, would wear a black hat with red pom-poms on it. And I'll have to find a picture of that. And that meant you were unmarried. And girls your age would parade in that. When they would get dressed for a formal occasion, you would wear this big black brimmed hat, and you'd have these big red pom-poms. And I forget the significance. It's the size of the pom-pom is whether you're ready to be married or not. Same thing when the women wear their dirndls, they tie their ribbon for their apron on either the left or the right side, depending if they're married or not. So, yes. And certain colors on the dirndl meant you worked in a restaurant, and other colors meant you were for fashion. Like if you wear red and green, that meant you were a restaurant worker, and I bought a dirndl that was red and green and I had no idea. So, yes, Reagan.
It sounds like something I'd throw in the trash.
I think you'd be very surprised.
It looks so... It sounds so ugly.
Now, the men wear a traditional dress, and it's called lederhosen.
Wait. I know what lederhosen are,
Has
but...
anybody seen a lederhosen?
Yeah, they're like these really shorts that like go up to here, and then it's kind of like overalls, and then they wear a hat, and then they wear stuff that buckles down to your like socks.
I will
and
bring my
shoes.
husband. My husband has a pair of lederhosen, and I will bring those for Thinking Day, so you can see it. They're actually heavy leather pants.
Does he wear them?
Only when we would go out to certain festivals.
Yeah.
Look at the foot kicking crew.
The Jolin Hazel.
Well, you have to understand, most festivals. Oh, we should do something for fashion. Oh, Thinking Day is
For
right around
what?
fashion. We could intertwine that baby.
What?
Fashion.
Is that a fashion show?
No. Oh, Foshing. Okay, guys. So, does anybody celebrate Lent here?
What?
Lent.
Lint?
Does anybody participate in Lent? Is anybody Catholic or Protestant? And
I have no idea what that
and
I'm
you
a
do 40
Catholic.
days where you don't eat meat on Fridays? Okay, that's Lent. Okay. So in Germany,
I never do.
in the States, we have Mardi Gras, which is this big party down in New
Oh,
Orleans where they dress
yeah,
up
I've
and they
heard
do
of
the
Mardi
masks.
Gras, and then they have those masks, and then they wear
Yes.
beads.
Well, in Germany, they have a party called Fasching, and it's the day before Lent starts. So it's always on the Tuesday before the Ash Wednesday. And what it is they don't celebrate Halloween overseas. In Germany, they celebrate Fasching. So that's the day that girls your age and little boys get to get a costume on. They
I
go to
will
a
so
party,
do that.
and they do these big parades. Most of the towns do these big parades. And they dress floats up, and they throw candy, and you stand there for hours with your bag with candy, and you hope somebody throws candy.
the 4th of July.
Did we do that?
Yes, we do.
I'd love to do that. And we could give people candy.
We could do because it will be, I think, right around the time Foshing would start. We could maybe do a little Foshing. Have the girls come in costume. Have them do Foshing. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. We'll
Didn't
have to
they
figure out a
have
way
like,
to incorporate that into.
you know what we should do? We should make our thing like a big castle and do the Dracula castle.
All right, well, good question about the castle. Has anybody ever seen the Neuschwanstein Castle? You probably saw it and didn't even know what it was.
I think I did. I've seen a picture somewhere.
Has anybody ever seen the Cinderella's castle that Disney was made from?
I've been in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
There
you've
is an
seen
actual castle that was built for one of the kings of Germany,
it. You have a picture.
and that's what Walt Disney based Cinderella's castle off. It's off the Neuschwanstein
Yeah,
castle.
you do.
So next time,
And you
I will
above
bring
your
a picture
piano.
of Neuschwanstein.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Like,
I've been
oh, when is Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras is I think in 2 weeks, honey.
Can we do Mardi Gras? You kind of want to be in New Orleans, which is in Louisiana. Yes.
Okay, so another thing that Germans are known for, Germans are also known for their many crafts. The one major export that Germany has is cuckoo clocks. Has anybody ever seen a cuckoo clock?
Duh, give it to her.
Yeah, I know.
You have one?
You have one.
I have one. I have 3 actually. Both of my girls have a cuckoo clock, and I have a cuckoo clock.
Cuckoo.
So that is one of the main exports that Germany has is cuckoo clock. And they're very, very decorated. If you've never seen a Google Black, they're usually hand carved. And they have a little bird that pops out and goes cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
Every hour on the
hour.
spot, 24/7.
We can turn the bird off, but he squawks once an hour.
Does that mean like in Germany a lot of professions for men is carpentering?
Well, in Germany,
Whatever
here's
it's
something
called.
that's very
Why
interesting.
only men?
So at your age right now, if you
I
were
don't-
in German school, they would be getting you prepared for secondary school, which is basically middle school. And in secondary school, they make a decision whether you will get to go on to the college path or you'll get a trade path. And what that means is the Germans decide whether you're going to go to college or not. You don't have a choice when you're in school.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
What you don't realize
I would definitely go to college.
is that
What'd you
the
say?
I'd definitely
school
go to
would
college.
choose whether you could go to
What'd you
college
say?
or not. So by the time you're in 7th grade, you are chosen whether you're going to take a trade, which is being a plumber, an electrician.
No.
For women, it would be maybe housekeeper, restaurateur.
Stay-at-home mom.
Well, there's 2 courses of study, and by the time you're in 9th grade, you have your course of study, and then either you go on to the path of college where the school promotes you to, and they take you to college and they'll pay for your college, or you're given a trade. So by the time you leave high school, you are ready to go into the workforce.
I'd definitely.
Well, you don't have a choice. They make a decision by your test scores.
Oh, I'd like to go to college. How do they choose? Is it based on if you do good in school or
Yeah.
not?
It's like this. It's like Signet where you take a test and they decide whether.
That is so unfair. I need to talk to the German.
Well, that's the way it works over there.
Well, it's not really a president. It's more of a
They actually have what
ruler.
is called a prime minister, and that's Angela Merkel.
It's kind of.
No,
It's.
well, they don't say it. They say Angela. Angela.
It sounds like somebody from
This is
Jamaica.
Angela O'Hanlon.
Angela.
Yes. Okay, so one of the main dishes that Germany is known for
pretzels.
is sausages.
Isabel.
Bratwurst, Knockwurst.
I went to this one party where my dad had to play softball for the military, and they served bratwurst. It's pretty good.
Yeah, there was one
Bratwurst.
time on Teen Titans Go where Cyborg said bratwurst more like brat best.
So they also do like sauerkraut. Does anybody add sauerkraut?
My brother puts it on everything.
My dad does that.
It seems it looks like sour onions.
Yes, it's cabbage that's cooked. It's kind of pickled cabbage.
Kind of like pickled cucumbers
And
or
the thing is,
whatever.
when we lived in Wiesbaden, we used to be able to get one of the main dishes we would get at the fest were bratwurst,
And
knockwurst, all the
So
worst.
it's
So
like-
they'd give you this very long-looking hot dog in a very small bun. And
So it's like Germany fun.
I think so, yes.
It's awesome.
There was always a party in Germany. No matter what weekend, you could find a festival to go to. And in the summertime, they would do these wine festivals where the local, because where we lived in the wine area of Germany, so all the different vineyards would have celebrations when they would harvest their wine, and then you could go in,
Celebrations?
you go into a big tent, and they'd have an Papa band, which is a polka band. Has anybody ever listened to polka music?
I've heard it before. I was trying to find the channel I listened to on the radio, and I heard it.
So there'd be polka music, and there'd always be a dance floor because there's always somebody dancing. I've never went to a fest where somebody wasn't dancing.
So,
I've been to them.
do they have chocolate milk parties?
Well, they have chocolate, but it's different than we have in the States. German chocolate is not nearly as sweet as we have it here in the States. So that's one thing you got to get used to is
Well, actually, my grandpa from Germany brought this delicious chocolate.
it's good, but it's different. I'll see if I can get some chocolate from
It
the
had
commissary.
milk inside. It was called Kinder Rigid.
Oh, Kinder, yeah.
Yeah. And they even have some like eggs of it where they have a toy inside.
Yeah.
Well, we can't get Kinder eggs because we're not allowed to. Oh, don't put that on the.
Not allowed to what?
We're not allowed to
eggs are
serve
not allowed in
it.
the United States, so we can't bring them.
Really?
They
Why
are.
not?
How come I got some?
Don't ask.
We don't
Dad's friend from Russia, he brought me a Russian Kinder Egg.
You can bring them. You're just not supposed to mail them.
Oh, hell.
Why mail them?
because they're illegal in the States.
Chocolate has. What is such a delicious chocolatey Leo?
Doesn't kinder mean child in German?
Kinder means child in German.
Good job.
So right now you are my Kinder Scouts.
Kinder Scouts, yes.
Good job, me.
Child? Oh, I forget. Kinder.
So basically, when they say kindergarten, they're calling us child garden.
It's a child's garden. They collect you.
They collect us. That sounds weird. It's like, come on, cows, collect together.
We have to understand the German language is very literal, where the English language is not literal.
Really? How literal?
It's like if you say, it's like, it's like, let's say you tell somebody, it's like, you're a good person. It's like, good person.
Oh. So it's like if you say to a German person, shut the front door and the door was open, they take it literal.
They don't
They have, Germans that speak German only have a hard time with the English language because things are so, have two meanings, such as
Oh my God.
you may be teasing somebody and say, knock it off, and they'll look at you and say, what am I supposed to do?
Because some English words have different meanings.
Yes, very.
It sounds like when I was using sarcasm on the bus, but I was sitting with the kindergartners. They're like, what? And then,
So one thing that Germany
I
is,
like the English language.
one thing that Isabel and I got to experience, and Evelyn also, when we lived there, Germany is very big into what they call foosball. Does anybody know what foosball is?
Is that football?
food spa.
Soccer.
Oh.
Oh, foosball. Oh, that makes more sense.
Foos means foot in German. So
'Cause you-
football.
Because if you play foosball, it's soccer on a little
They have
table.
what's called World
I don't
Cup
even
soccer.
know why. I don't even know why.
You know what World
American
Cup soccer
football-
is?
Hey, excuse me. I don't even know why American football is called football because you barely use your feet, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You might as well call it arm ball or beat ball.
So another thing that Germany is very strong in is tennis. Tennis.
Evelyn,
Excuse me.
I'm trying to videotape your mom.
How do they say tennis in German?
Tennis.
Oh,
That's where it came from.
Yeah.
really?
All right, so I don't think I have crayons tonight. We've got a coloring activity for each of you. We can do
Yay!
German Shepherds. German Shepherds.
Yay!
And this is a girl and a boy that are in German costume. That's all. So you can see both the girl and the boy wear hats. And this is traditional dress where the girl has a corset on.
It's not a skirt.
And she has an apron on with a long dress.
I'd
And
rather.
the boy has lederhosen on, which is leather suspenders and leather slacks.
Just like
It's
slacks aren't the slacks aren't like
Do you want to pass those out?
When we're doing.
Excuse me? The slacks aren't skirts.
No, but the ladies wear skirts.
Here you go.
Shepherds are actually from Germany.
To be honest, well, actually, this is more of a question. When we are doing the thing where we do the countries, can we look at like different festivals for different countries?
Let me see this one. Can I get the
Thank you.
Oh, they have crayons. Woo!